calling from a 210 area code. Who's this?
San Antonio. Good afternoon, Sam.
Hi, John. Are you going to? Will you promise me that you will, at the very least, call in when we're doing our election coverage?
Yeah, I sent you an email on Sunday.
Oh, you did? Okay, we didn't see it. Yeah,
there are listener requests for you as well, John.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I want to talk about the coverage. I mean the election. If you look back at polling 16 days back, 6 states are within 2 points in the presidential election. If you look back 8 days, there are 4 states within 2 points. And the reason why, the 2 states that went to Trump are Arizona and Ohio, and this is confirmed by, 5 of the 6 aggregators also. If you look at what they have to say. And so the other 4 states, which are Nevada, Florida, and Iowa is actually pretty much out of reach, I think.
Right.
Well, I would still call it a close race. But anyway, those states are still, very much toss-ups. In fact, Nate Silver just this morning put Nevada, Florida into Trump's ledger, but just by 1 point, 1/10 of a point. So, I mean, these are extreme toss-up states. And so, I think that people who are concerned about this race getting closer, are really there's a lot of truth to that. And the race is getting much closer. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just look at if you look back 8 days as compared to 16 days, there are 2, in my own numbers, there are 2 states that Clinton would have won that have gone back to Trump, which are Nevada and Florida. And so, I mean, this is really, really getting close. And so I just also on the firewall states, states where, let's say 3 weeks ago, Clinton had 6 and 7 point leads in all of these states. I mean, they're close too. I mean, like just this morning, if you look at Real Clear Politics, in New Hampshire, they only have Clinton up by 1 point. Nate Silver has them up by 2.7. Right now in my 8-day forecast, it's 2.6. I actually have Michigan closer at 2.3. So, I mean, most people who follow this closely know that, if Trump wins all 6 of these toss-up states, he'll still be at 265, which is 4 short. But, I mean, now that he's getting closer in New Hampshire, he's getting closer in Michigan, he's getting closer in Colorado, he's really, getting close to a possible win. And, yes, he has to run the table, and that's going to be difficult. But, I mean, you have to look at each individual state, and every day that passes, Trump is getting closer. There's no disputing it. There's no getting around it, except in Pennsylvania. And that's also true with the Senate race. And so, people should be concerned. I mean, don't panic, but, you should go out and vote. I voted on Monday. And, if you feel fit to make calls or to give money, I'd advise that too, because we don't want to see the possible end of civilization with the Trump victory. And I think that, this is
what does the
really
Senate look
getting
like according to your numbers, John?
Oh, it's really close. I mean, I'd still give it 50-50, but just overnight, like I had Cantor, who was doing really well in Missouri, that went back. I mean, these races are just going back and forth. I mean, it's almost on a daily basis. If you look at New Hampshire right now, the aggregators have 3 for Ayotte and 3 for Hassan. And I actually, I think that Evan Bayh, who's had the lead forever, and there's always been a split among pundits saying that, this state is so red, forget about the polling. The polling had him up by huge numbers, 2 months ago, and it's been dwindling ever since. And I actually think that Bai's going to lose that race. And so, but I mean, the good news is McGinty is built a lead in Pennsylvania, and so much of it I think is just going to go on. It's going to be a late night. Catherine Cortez Masto, if she wins that race, whoever wins that race is going to win the Senate. But I mean, again, there are 6 races that are extremely tight, and also, I mean, I know you're going to be kind of won't believe this, but the Feingold race, and I think I mentioned this 3 weeks ago, and then he got larger leads. But I mean, obviously, these are the numbers that are the most important that are happening right now. And like Real Clear Politics, basically, they only go back usually a week or to 2 weeks when they look back to make their final forecast, and they are incredibly accurate, And so, yeah, I mean, I still think Feingold will win. I mean, he had just a 1-point lead in the most accurate gold standard poll, which is the Marquette poll. But there are just so many close races it's just going to be unpredictable on the Senate side, and I still think Clinton will win. I mean, the consensus is still 323 electoral votes to 215 Trump. But I mean, the big wild cards are, there's really at least 4 wild cards. But Nevada, Florida, North Carolina, and to a degree Arizona. But Arizona's been moving so far in Trump's. Just in the past 4 days. I mean, it's still 2.1 in the last 8 days, so there could be a comeback. But I think a lot of people, realize that people are coming home, in that heavily Republican area. There are more Republicans registered in Arizona.
What do you make? I want to ask you 2 questions. Well, one about Nevada. To the extent that there's any state that where polling seems to miss the mark a little bit, it's Nevada, just because, and I don't know if that's just a function of Harry Reid's operation there. Is that the case, or is that just my imagination, that the polling seems to be off by 1 or 2 extra points in Nevada? At least it was, 6 years ago. A. And then B, in Florida, do you make anything out of that poll that came out about? And I had trouble sort of deciphering it, but that poll of people who have already voted. You know what I'm talking about in Florida, that shows a 28% crossover from Republicans. I mean, I find that hard to believe, to be honest with you. But
okay, as far as Nevada has always been hard to poll. I think that part of it is that the Hispanic community, if you don't ask questions in Spanish, I mean, you're going to get a smaller response from the Spanish-speaking community. Also, in general, I mean, small states are harder to poll.
Right.
I mean, because you just usually don't have the number of polls are smaller, and also because you don't have the media people to buy outlets, and also. The smaller sample you have, the less accurate you're going to be. And so as far as the Florida poll, I found that really hard to believe, too. I mean, it sounded good. But,
well, I would love to believe it. I would love to believe it, but it just seems that would be – I mean, if there's 28% of Republicans in Florida who are going to cross over and vote for Hillary Clinton, I mean – We're done at 5:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, right? I mean, that's crazy.
Right. I mean, if the good news for Clinton supporters is if Clinton can win North Carolina or Florida, the race is essentially over. There's a 95% chance. But I mean, there's also variations on that though, because if like Michigan is 16 electoral votes. And I only have Clinton up by just really small margins, let's see, it's 2.3. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of polling though in Michigan, and
I mean, I think like it's in the worst case scenario, it's quite possible that things like voter suppression in North Carolina or voter suppression in Wisconsin could end up playing a huge role in this. I mean, it could be huge in terms of the implications, and because, like you say, this could be a bit of a nail biter. But I appreciate the call, John. I'll send you an email. We'll work out a time on Tuesday for you to come on and give us updates.
All right, sounds good, Sam.
Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.